Good morning.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're exploring one of the coolest places in the Hudson Valley, Hyde Park, New York. From presidential history to scenic river views and some seriously good eats, this place has way more going for it than you'd expect. So let's dive in and see what makes Hyde Park a location worth checking out.
Yes.
We are beginning our tour of Hyde Park, New York at the Culinary Institute of America. Someplace I've always dreamed about checking out. If I was younger, maybe I would be a chef. But today we're going to a bakery to see what they have there and check out some of the restaurants. Located right along the banks of the Hudson River, the Culinary Institute of America has trained some of the top chefs in the industry. Some of the more notable names of chefs that have trained at the CIA include Anthony Bourdain, Michael Simon, Duff Goldman, Kat Cora, Rocco DiSpirito, and Anne Burrell. Thank you. The Apple Pie Cafe, the bakery, possibly. Thank you. Thanks. Located in Roth Hall, the Apple Pie Cafe is a student-run, instructor-led restaurant that offers fresh baked breads, pastries, desserts, sandwiches, salads, soups, and hot dishes, all without needing a reservation. Inside Roth Hall, there are two other restaurants, which are the American Bounty Restaurant, which offers American-style fare, and the Bocuse Restaurant, which offers French-style cuisine. The bookstore at the CIA is definitely something that you need to come and check out if you're visiting the campus. Not only do they have all kinds of kitchen gadgets, but you can find pretty much every cookbook. I wouldn't say every cookbook, but a wide variety of cookbooks. Some from past chefs such as Anne Burrell and Anthony Bourdain, but others from other notable chefs as well. Definitely a cool little bookstore, lots of cookbooks to check out and lots of trinkets to find. After checking out the bookstore, we decided to wander around Roth Hall a little bit and actually found some student chefs hard at work. So we finished up lunch at the Apple Pie Cafe.
Yep. Very good.
Liked it?
Yep. Caesar salad. Very good.
I had a pretzel roll ham and cheese sandwich. Really good. Yeah, it was really good.
It was really good. Really
And dessert.
Dessert. Cheesecake.
Had to try dessert. We're trying to find out where there's another. So there's like 3 different restaurants in the building that we were at. And then there is a place that is also like a restaurant brewery called The Egg that we're trying to work our way towards. We found The Egg.
We did.
We found the beer.
He did.
This is a really neat place.
Yeah, it's the student union where they have basically their food court. Fantastic.
All kinds of different
Fantastic
food.
choices, yeah.
Sandwiches, hot food, cold food, boxed food, you name it. And the beer is pretty tasty too.
And it's right on the Hudson, although they have the shades pulled down today because of the heat. But beautiful view.
Really neat building.
Great food.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have everything. You can get a salad bars. They have special bakeries, box sandwiches, box salad, beer.
Makes me want to come to school here even more. One of the other cool things about the Culinary Institute of America is it sits right on the Hudson River. So theoretically speaking, you could, on a cooler day, grab a meal or a drink, come out to some little benches they have, and sit out right here by the river. Alright, so that's going to wrap up our visit to the Culinary Institute of America. A really cool place. Glad we came up here. Beautiful campus, beautiful architecture, really interesting stuff inside, a lot of culinary history. If you're any kind of foodie at all, then you really need to make plans to come up here to Hyde Park and check out the Culinary Institute of America. We're moving on to our next spot, and we will see you over there. All right, we have moved to our next location in Hyde Park, which is the Vanderbilt Museum and a National Historic Site. Beautiful grounds and a beautiful building. Looks like it's right on the Hudson, so let's go in and see what this is all about. The Vanderbilt Mansion National Historic Site is run by the National Park Service, and they offer guided tours of the mansion. The Vanderbilt Mansion was built between 1896 and 1899 for Frederick and Louise Vanderbilt, and touring the mansion is definitely something that you should check out if you're in the area.
Vanderbilt or Gilded Age mansion owned by the National Park Service. And the man who's simply in charge of starting the Vanderbilt fortune is a man named Cornelius Vanderbilt. Born in 1794, he was always very ambitious, very determined, even at a young age. When he's about 16 years old, he actually borrows $100 from his parents to buy a boat, which would get him involved in the shipping industry. Then around 1850s or so, railroads, trains are becoming a thing in American society, so he starts making investments, which would let him own in the New York Central Railway. So that meant if you were traveling via train in the East Coast around this time frame, most likely that railroad was owned by the Vanderbilts. Now around 1877, Cornelius Vanderbilt has over $100 million, which is more than the U.S. Treasury at this time. And since he wants to preserve his wealth, he decides not to split his fortunes amongst his 13 children. Instead, he's going to give about 90% of his wealth to one of his sons, William Henry Vanderbilt, because he believes William will be more business determined than the rest of his children. And he actually be proven correct, because within the next 8 years or so...
During the tour, the ranger will give you a brief introduction to each floor of the mansion and is available for any questions that anyone might have during the tour.
Let me give you a layout of these rooms since there's no signs indicate what they are. You've got a Frederick's office right here, not necessarily office for the railroad business, but the living room, the gold room, you're going to see why it's called the gold room once you look inside, the bathroom or the powder room, and then the dining room. Feel free to take a look around, let me know if you have any questions. If you do need to sit down anytime during our program today, we do have this wonderful government classic chair that you can sit in. Let me know if you have any questions, guys.
It's interesting, like we put those mentions in the report. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So there's one in that's on the other side of the mansion.
Check out this view at the back of the Vanderbilt Mansion. How about waking up to that every morning? Gorgeous view of the Hudson. Alright, so we finished up the tour at Vanderbilt Mansion. Pretty interesting. Man, only to have a whole bunch of money back in the early 30s. A building that you could build. Beautiful piece of property. Good history lesson. Very knowledgeable ranger that led the tour. definitely a cool stop. And after leaving the Vanderbilt mansion, it was just a short drive to our third and final stop of the day. All right, so we're on to our third stop of the day. We came over to the Franklin D. Roosevelt Presidential Library and Museum. We finished up the Vanderbilt tour, and this was almost right next door, so we figured we'd come down here and check this out. Interestingly, the FDR Presidential Library is the first presidential library ever built and the only one used by a sitting president. And although we could not get into the museum, we were told by staff that the museum offers displays about FDR's presidency, the New Deal, World War II, and has different documents and interactive displays available to those that visit the museum.
Unfortunately, we arrived too late to do the home tour and the library and museum tour. So we did walk around the Welcome Center and watched a movie about his presidency.
That was really interesting. I enjoyed that about his president. I didn't really know a lot about FDR coming in, but I guess I knew a little bit more than I thought I did, which was neat. So now we're just kind of enjoying the property. It's a beautiful
grounds.
Beautiful grounds, beautiful piece of property. Lots of shade trees, little benches, people sitting out under the shade. So definitely a neat little area.
Yeah, and it's run by the National Park Heritage Foundation, or is it?
I'm not sure. We'll put more information down below for you.
Yeah, so entrance is free with the America the Beautiful Pass. The library has a fee, I think they said, of $15 per person.
Right.
But the home tour is included with your pass.
Very good. And we're going to walk around here a little bit, and then I'm not sure what else we're going to do here in Hyde Park, but we'll go from there and see what else we can find.
We'll see.
And actually, we're going to wrap up this video here. It was starting to get late in the day and things were starting to close, so we decided to head back to the RV and get ready for our next journey. We really appreciate you following along on our adventures. Please give us a like, drop us a comment, and consider subscribing. Thanks a lot, folks, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.